Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Niall Lynn and this is a Naked Palette 3 eyeshadow tutorial. So this is the look. And these are the shadows. It's that rose gold palette from Urban Decay that came out quite a while ago. I recently got it because my cousin gave it to me. This is the brush, pointy on that end, fluffy on that end. Today I used, and don't worry, I'm actually going to show you. Today I used this color, this color, this color, and this color, and a little bit of that color. This is the highlight, this is the transition, this is on the lid, this is on the lid, that's the liner. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's very soft and romantic. Now there is a little bit of fallout with this eyeshadow, so you could use something like Party Eyes underneath, like there's the little patches. I'm not gonna do that because I'm not worried about fallout because I'm just doing this for you guys. But if you were going out for the evening, definitely put those patches on. I'm saving mine for New Year's Eve because I'm gonna do a whole look then, and I know I will. And that's coming up. Okay, so this would be a good makeup for Thanksgiving, for every day, into day and evening. And I'm gonna take one eye off. Which eye should I take off? Which eye is less perfect? I think this one is. I'm gonna take one eye off and redo it so that you guys can see what I did. Just making sure it's all off, and then I'm going to go over it with a concealer. And I'm just taking this off with a makeup wipe and some micellar rose water, cleaning water. All right, so we have a pretty clean lid there. I'm gonna try to see if I can duplicate that eye for you. Let me put a little bit of concealer or something on the eye just to flatten it out. This is that. All right, that's an eyeshadow brush. All right, I'm putting this on my lid. Just because I don't want you guys to be like, well, it's not the same color because there was still some red or pink on there. All right, it's gonna be the same color as much as possible. So I put that on there, and before I think I put that, or I put foundation, and that would be like It Cosmetics CC cream, which I use every day. Almost. Okay, so always have a makeup wipe near you so you can clean off your brush. If you're gonna, I'm just gonna use the one brush in the palette. Okay, I've got a whole bunch of brushes, but what I do is I just clean off that brush onto the makeup thing. Now the great thing is that you're gonna want a wet brush anyway for some of this pigment because it's not an intense pigment and there is some fallout. So it's a good thing to be able to wet your brush anyway. And I also just have water right here to wet my brush or my hair or whatever I need to. All right, so, and something that this would go with, so like if you're gonna do a New Year's look, which I'm gonna do for New Year's, this with the silver would be more the pinky colors in the palette. If you're gonna go rose gold for New Year's, which is what I think I'm gonna do, it's gonna be more of the gold colors in the palette. So I haven't decided, but just know whatever sparkle you wear for New Year's, that this will work with both of those options, as well as if you had like a black sequin dress or a gold sequin dress, you have lots of options. Oh, I already wiped it off. Okay, just cleaning it. So I know the first thing that I always do is I always take the lightest color and I just go over my whole eye with that. That's what I always do. I always do that. Some people might say don't do that, but I feel like when I'm doing my makeup, I don't always know what look I'm gonna do, and I might be done with that, okay? Because it might just be like, oh, I just wanna brighten the eye area a little, throw on some lipstick, out the door. So I build slowly and I start slowly, and if I am doing a big glam look, I do wear eye patches underneath my eyes to make sure that I don't screw it up, and then I do my concealer last. So then I took a transition color, which I believe is called Limit. It's this color right here. And I put that, and I always go light to dark so that I don't have to clean off my brush in between if I'm using the same brush. So if you're using the palette brush, this is a little trick, go light to dark. So that I'm putting in the transition area right there. And the reason why you want a transition color near the crease area is I'm gonna put a darker color in the crease, and I want to have something for it to blend into. Now see, the nice thing about this is you could stop there if you were just doing Supernatural. Now, yes, I have mascara and eyeliner on, but you could just throw mascara and eyeliner out the door. But I opted for more drama. So what I did next is I actually took Nooner, which is another matte, and I put it on my brush. But see, it's still not that dark. My brush is a little wet. And I put it here. Then into the crease. I'm getting more payoff because my brush is totally wet now. But as you can see, a wet brush is still not giving me pigment payoff that you would expect. So it is a very soft palette. Now this could be a good thing, you know, like if you're really heavy-handed and you're not good at blending, this palette is for you because you're not going to screw it up. Okay, I think we're getting close. Then I took this pointy side and I actually wet it, like full on wet the brush. And stuck it in the gold. Trying to get as much pigment as I can. And then I packed this on. And as you can see, it's still so Supernatural. It's kind of bizarre because you would think that that would give like a overly made up look. And I like that dramatic look. But the nice thing about this is that because it is so natural, you're not going to mess it up. And I am heavy-handed, so I do tend to leave the house sometimes with like very dramatic eyeshadow. And this is, to me, this is natural. Okay, so that's your, if this is your idea of drama, this is my idea of natural. I'm just letting you know so that, you know, you don't like think that I'm crazy. This is just a plain empty brush. Because I want to make sure I don't have anything up here. I wasn't sure if that was mascara or something. Okay, so I've gone light to dark. It's pretty close. Now, I'm sure I went back in there with like a fluffy brush that was lighter and had lighter stuff and went back into the light one and like went up here a little bit because I always end up doing that. And then I, like this fluffy brush I think has a little bit of, oh, I know what I put on here. I put on, yeah, this color. And went like this. And in here. And like used it to blend around. And then, this brush is not the brush with the kit. It's just a fluffy brush. It's from Rampage. Came in a pack for like $10. So then, remember I've gone light to dark. I go into the darker color here. And I lined my top of my eye. Now this brush is still wet from the gold. It's pretty darn close. Sometimes it's hard to do the exact same thing that you did on the other eye, but that's pretty darn close. I might have put in a little more gold and packed and doubled. I probably packed and doubled because I was trying to get that gold payoff. And I did a little of this. So there you go. So doing both eyes without a tutorial will probably take you, I would say look, if you're brand new, give yourself a whole hour to do it. If you're experienced, you could do these eyes in 10 minutes. Definitely do the patches underneath. You can get these almost anywhere. I got these from Victoria's Secret. Underneath your eyes if you're new, because it'll catch all the fallout. And then this is moisturizing your eyes, and then you can do your concealer last.